Hey everyone, so welcome to a new weekly outlook video. I'm super excited about this week. I'm going to be documenting my journey again to passing my $10,000 challenge account. Hopefully it can happen this or next week. I'm currently on phase two. I'll provide you with my top pairs I'm going to be trading this week, as well as a quick update on my account. So in terms of the account, I'm down a little bit in terms of equity, down about 1.5%. I'm currently have one position open. I'll go over it. I ended up taking just a couple losses on a trade. I wasn't as disciplined, and I basically re-entered the same trade twice. So that's why my account is down a little bit. But again, not a big deal in terms of the equity curve. We were up 2.5%. Now we're down 1.5. So I have a few trades lined up this week, which I think could pass us the challenge. One of them being AUD/USD. So this trade is really solid. This is my favorite pair for this week. We have a really nice weekly kind of area of support, resistance, support. You can see the weekly is really bullish, right? So if we go in here, we can see we're making higher highs and lower lows. I am expecting this to go all the way up here. The daily, we had a really nice close. Again, on this level, there's resistance, resistance, support, resistance, support, support. We kind of formed a nice bullish, slowly bullish pressure. I'm in this position still last week. I held over the weekend. I actually think I wish I wouldn't have. I'm currently 2% risk on this trade, which I think is a bit much. I might reduce my risk to 1.5%, or maybe just keep it this way. Since this is my top pair, it's a really solid setup. Why I like this trade so much is that we're showing a slowdown and bullish momentum here. We've shifted in terms of our structure from being kind of bearish to now starting to go bullish. So I believe this can have a really solid push. Again, we've come down to the premium zone. All of these areas are filled in. We're basically reacting off of this area here, which is this supply area, right? Demand area. So we're basically reacting off of this. So every time it reaches this area, it starts shooting up. Now, this could potentially go all the way up here and take out this high, but I'm just going to be targeting this high right here. And we can see the 4 hours, again, the daily is bullish now. The 4 hours shifted to being bullish. Momentum, 1 hour is bullish. So this is a really solid pair. We've reached, again, the kind of 50% level. We've started switching here. So I'm going to be targeting this high. And this is going to be a 1 to 4. So if we hit this at 2% or 1.5% risk, let's actually do 1.5 times 4. That'll be 6%. So we could basically pass this with one trade, pass the challenge, which we'd need 5% to pass this. So that's going to be an interesting one. We'll see what happens with that. AUD/USD is my favorite one for this pair for this week. We have a few other trades coming up. We have Euro/AUD. We can see, I don't like this as much just because it's ranging so much, but we can see the weekly is bearish, right? It was bullish. The pair itself is really, really bullish, but yeah, it's recently switched going bearish. As we can see in the market structure, we were really bullish. Now we're sitting bearish, and we're kind of making this lower high on the downward momentum. So if we go to the daily, we can see there's this daily support and resistance level. And we can see it's already tapped that and started reacting. Right now, order flow is switch bullish. So what I would need to see is for something to come into here. And from here, we'd have to kind of have some kind of break to head downward. So that's what I'm looking for Euro/AUD. Not as much of a pair I'm looking to trade. I have some more interesting pairs, Euro/USD. So we have this really, really solid level of support and resistance. I already caught this pair once in the past here, as you can see. And yeah, we've been playing around here a little bit, which is something I don't like as much. But in terms of the daily, we are sitting bearish, right? But the weekly, we're really, really bullish overall. And the 4 hour, we've also shifted to being bullish, right? Gone bullish kind of here. So I'm kind of like 50-50 on this trade. I might end up taking it. I think we could target at least these highs for like a 1 to 2. So that's a potential trade. AUD/USD. So there's a few interesting ones here. This has a really nice area of support. The only thing I don't like about this, the weekly is bullish, the daily is bearish. So again, we've kind of come into this support area a few times and then we've shifted. That's the only thing I don't love about this trade. The 4-hour is bullish, so this could be a potential trade targeting the high for 1 to 3. Same thing kind of GPP, JPY, which, same kind of idea. There's a support area here, but I think I'd prefer AOG JPY over GPP JPY. To be honest, in terms of the pair I'm looking to trade, this is pretty high on the breakout. But both are solid. Both are solid kind of areas that I could look to trade off of. My risk to reward is a bit worse on this pair. Last one, Euro AUD. Same kind of concept here. I'm looking for a push back upwards. We already covered this one. Push back upwards. And we're going to look to sell at the shift of market right here. So that's kind of the update in terms of the weekly outlook. Again, top pairs for this week. AUD USD is number 1. Then we're looking at AUD JPY, then GBP JPY, and then Euro USD is also a solid choice. So all these pairs look pretty solid. I'll provide updates during the week on what ends up happening. Also follow my Instagram for kind of like daily updates on what pairs I'm taking in real time. And yeah, hopefully I can pass this account pretty quickly. And I'm also opening a personal account. I'm looking to flip that for about $100. And looking, to 5-10x that account pretty quickly. So my risk plan for that's probably going to be risking in the beginning around 20% per trade. Then I'll scale it back to 15 to 10% as I scale the account capital. And here I'm risking again about 1.5 to 2% per trade to pass just the phase 2. So yeah, that's the update. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. If you enjoy these weekly updates, just give it a like and let me know what else you'd like to see on the channel. Thanks.